Literally.
I'm constantly having women tell me about their sugar daddies, and it's never with respect. They are constantly laughing at them. And
new research that shows half of all women have a guy on the back burner just in case things go wrong in their current relationship. Physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that.
Is that a
Dr.
major?
Romy, seriously?
Good morning, Tom. I know, and I
Come
feel
on,
like
this sounds positively guy.
doesn't it? And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are married and categorize themselves as happily
Wait a
married.
sec.
They're married.
Happily married women are doing this?
So now
Have
it's
a backup
70%.
plan.
In 2024.
And what is a backup plan? It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a
like
specific person
a
they've
specific
identified.
person that they've identified, and in most cases it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
Friend zone.
Get out of town.
Unfortunately, yes. And the problem is social media has just made it too easy to
What the
have type of
I haven't seen
behavior.
this.
Right,
but this
so I know you're here to say, though,
Yes.
watch out, because this
Absolutely.
is anything but good.
It is. I agree.
Really cool. So it started off. It's so funny because usually people do everything they can to deny the truth, which is it is social media. That's the reason why we're having these problems. But my thing was, did you
But
guys
Michael,
see?
it's not social media because I wrote about this on this day, 2016.
So about the backup
it has
partner?
been
No, no.
around forever.
Right, but I think the expression of it, the greater expression of it, or the availability of it, has to do with social media.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like keeping in touch with the high school boyfriend
Yeah.
has to do with
It's
Facebook.
escalated.
Okay, now here's the thing: it was 50% or just over 50%, and then it got up to 70%. Does anyone want to know what percentage of divorces are initiated by women?
Come on, one guess.
I don't think a man would leave a woman. Usually, they'll cheat. They cheat, but they don't really leave.
There we go. It's also
Spot on.
It's also 70%. It's 70% of divorces are initiated by women, and 70% of these women say that they have backup partners.
Tell these to go to hell.
Is Big Mo here? Where's Big Mo?
It's child support for sure.
No, it's really funny. By the way, Kirsten, and there's another study, and this one hasn't been replicated, but I do know of the study initially they did where they went to look at paternity tests for people based on socioeconomic interests. And it was like, if you were in the bottom 25%, it was like a 10% chance you were raising someone else's child. But if you were in the top 25%, it was like there was a less than 1% chance you were raising someone's child. It's like men are more likely to get cucked the poorer they are. Anyway, this hasn't been replicated. Don't quote me on this, but that's something that I've seen before. Does anyone think that that's not true, or does that?
Okay, so I think that women obviously do divorce because either the man's not making enough money for child support,
Okay.
duh, or two, they're just deadbeat people.
Do you don't
No,
think?
they're cheating, or they're constantly getting
and
cheated
then the woman
on,
knows
yeah.
because there's so many apps like People Finder, this and that, where
Well,
you can look up.
You don't even have to look it up. A woman knows. When you're in love, you know.
You know.
That
I'm
intuition.
I'm curious.
You know.
You don't think women just get tired of the dude they're with?
Or maybe that too.
I mean, like, I'm sorry.
there's
I think
usually a
that's more
kid
than I think
involved.
that's more than 50% of it, actually. Can you pull up the Jordan Peterson one? Because
I
it
can
kind
do
of goes
that.
to
It
exactly
kinda
what
does.
what Kirsten has to
saying
say. He talks about this.
Women are mentally 10 years more mature than men.
I agree.
Well,
mentally.
studies show it's about 1 to 2 years, but go ahead.
They
no,
they
10.
mature they mature
By 24.
slower.
I like you.
So
4 years
here's the
more
thing: is
mature.
women reach maximum maturity
At 25, 24.
and then stop. Men go to a man doesn't become a man until he's 30, but he
Right.
keeps
Until
going.
we
That's
make
the
colonel.
thing.
And
Yes.
there's
Until we make
younger men
colonel.
that are
So we
actually
make
more
colonel.
mature
So we
than
make vice
older.
presidents. We just keep on
Ever
maturing.
Jory, hit me up. I got this one ready to go.
You couldn't put two neurotic people together.
No,
Like,
that's why
absolutely
lesbian
not.
relationships don't last. It is
That's
why.
gonna be fun.
Well, it is why. It is why, because about 75% of divorces are initiated by women. And the simplest explanation for that is that on average, the most unhappy person in the relationship is going to be the woman. Well, why? Well, because on average, she has higher levels of negative emotion. That doesn't necessarily mean that negative emotion doesn't reflect problems in the relationship.
Yeah.
But she's going to be more sensitive to that. Well, so if you put two women together, well,
Double the
what do you
odds.
think happens?
Okay, so guys, what do you think
can
happens?
disagree with
Okay,
that?
lesbian couples get divorced at twice the rate that gay couples do, and in the UK, it's 3.5 times the rate.
It's because they're both women. I get it.
My point is, women getting divorced is not because it may partially be because men are failing, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that women just want to get out of relationships when they're not happy.
No.
But again, I just proved it. I just show you in lesbian relationships.
agree.
I have
agree.
been so
I agree.
unhappy in relationships and stayed because the was so good.
Well, no, and it's toxic.
But you're not. Are you in one now?
No, I'm single now.
Why would happen?
good.
Okay, so why'd you
Wait,
get out?
did you leave him or
so-
did he leave you?
I left him, but it was so toxic.
Like I just
Exactly.
guys, we have a saying in the military: when the enemy ship is on fire, you don't kill the captain, you just let it burn. I'm just letting her talk. She just said she broke up with the dude. I don't have to say anything else.
It's because you were not happy.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
She wasn't fulfilled. Yeah, she
So
was
that's-
fulfilled with. But that only goes so far.
Well,
like
like
that
you
only.
can get
There's so many jokes here, and I don't want to make them.
Well, you
Oh my
can't be
god!
abusive.
It only goes so far. She was fulfilled.
Do you think that a guy can have an addiction to like prostitution?
100%.
Of course.
Yes.
Just look at the
Without a
girls
doubt.
on Tropicana going
it's,
up
it's,
and down.
Well,
Oh
no,
my
but I mean,
God,
but
yeah.
it's
You know
never
what I
been.
mean?
It's
You got a
never
real
been,
problem with those girls.
I
God
was talking
damn.
about this on my
But
Sunday
they
show.
take him to
Actually.
the Orleans over there. I used to live over there and watch that. Be like, what the f
Well,
are
no, we-
these doing?
no,
I
no,
make more money serving at a fucking pool.
I've dated a lot
Easy.
of wealthy men that, like, for years, where I'm like their main chick, and these prostitutes are their side chick, and they don't differentiate from like, I would never fall in love with these girls or marry these girls or move them into my house. You are the one I love. You
At least
are the
talent
one that lives
testing's a
with
real
me.
thing.
This is a stress. This is a stress relief for me.
Like a squeeze ball.
Shout out to talent testing. Shout out to talent testing.
Right,
A place I've only heard of.
Well, the
Just
reason,
out of-
Right.
the reason I'm asking is because we have apps right now where we can like there's Trist and like skip the games or something like that.
Skip
Like,
the games,
so-
seeking
yeah.
arrangement.
So yes, it's never
Skip
been
the
easier.
Games is a dating app, and you can do from 100 to 500, and you go on dinner dates.
What?
I can tell you all about this.
I know.
Hey, hold on.
She's
Hold on.
like-
Tell me. You said what? Does that sound enticing to you?
Try
Stop, everybody stop. Does that sound enticing to you? 1 to 500.
100%.
For shallow
For dinner for an
connection.
hour?
I'll take the 500.
Exactly.
Yeah, hold on. Who here sound that sounds
I would
enticing?
never- I would
100 to
never
500.
date these
Raise your hand.
people.
Raise your hand. Okay, cool.
500.
Okay, cool.
For dinner and nothing else.
Okay,
No,
beautiful.
that's the thing.
Beautiful.
That's skip the games. It's only dinner dates.
Beautiful. Here we go. Ready, ladies? Who here has had a man offer you money for whatever, dates or whatever, and you actually laughed about it afterwards?
Oh, me.
Yeah, you've laughed about it before.
I accept and laugh.
You accept and laugh.
Awesome.
We have this problem with clients in MOA, not clients, but we'll have leads on the phone. And Tristan, you explain.
Yeah, so something we encounter often is that they're using seeking arrangements or whatever it is. Totally cool, do whatever you want. But the funny part is they think they have game. So they'll be like, dude, I talked her down to 500.
Yeah.
I have game.
Yeah.
I have game.
That's
It just-
hilarious.
Wait. She really likes me though.
She really, yeah, exactly.
I talked her down to 500. That makes you hate him more.
100%.
Yeah, he's got to pay you what you're worth.
Makes you hate him. You resent him more.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like
never hang out
there's some who are like on just say skip the games. Oh, I'll do it for 300, but no, baby, I'm gonna do it for 500. And then they're trying to bargain with you, and you're like, actually, I'm a 500. This is a $300, but actually, I'm a lot better than her.
Chloe, you ever had random dudes like try to offer you stuff?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever? What do you ever laugh at them or
I
what?
laugh.
You
but
laugh.
I wouldn't do it.
Like,
You-
in
of
their,
course.
like silently or in their face?
In
I
their
would
face.
accept
Okay, hold on.
dinner.
The point is, so when they offer you money uncontextually and they're not attractive, that makes you respect them less. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is the point. These guys, what they think they're doing is because they're paying girls for sex sometimes, they think they're blending in paying women for sex along with having game, and they don't realize they have no game, and women are laughing at them.
Literally.
I am constantly having women tell me about their sugar daddies, and it's never with respect. They are constantly laughing at them. And most women that I know that have a sugar daddy that they're not attracted to, you know what else they have? A guy they are attracted to that they're having sex with additionally for no money. That's also what I'm saying.
I would never do that. It's either this or that. Like if I'm doing sugar daddy stuff, it's sugar daddy stuff. If I'm doing dating stuff, I'm doing dating stuff. Just because it's bad
I'm doing
karma.
it all.
There you go. Thank you. Again, when the ship is burning, you don't have to kill the captain. Just let the ship burn.
I love you.
Go ahead.
I
I
could
love
never
that.
date someone I'm actually interested in and run game.
Right.
I'm
Wait,
all
what?
in.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah, but
I'm all in.
but could you go on dates with guys for money, not have sex with them, and then continue to have sex with some other dude?
100%.
If I talked to him about it and he was like, sure, do it. But if he was like, no, I have a problem, I'd be like, okay, I won't. But give me $500.
Casually having sex with some guy you're not in a relationship with, and also going on dates with guys who are giving you
If I'm-
$500.
I think you need
Genuinely.
3 men.
Yeah.
I think you need one that pays the bills,
Absolutely.
one that you want to fuck, and one that buys you gifts and you travel with.
Diverse
That's
fuck,
Wait,
beta
why
box.
isn't 1 and 3 the same guy though?
because it's never the 3.
They're
It's
just
never
not
the same.
billionaires.
I'm sorry, but that sounds an awful lot like dual mating
You
strategy.
guys,
So there's 3.
you know,
Three
you know.
mating
There's
strategies.
3.
Wait,
Okay.
you guys, you know, skip the games. It's called Miss Travel. If you want a sugar daddy to travel you around the world, you can look.
No,
that
I'd
up,
have to
too.
be picky with that though because I would need my own room.
No, 100%. You always need your own room.
I can't sleep next to it.
One more time, guys. I want everyone out there to listen because
There's never-
we're trying to hip you to game. Remember that dude who was sitting there 22 and he was not equipped to deal with his 26-year-old girlfriend? Gentlemen out there who are not equipped, when you pay women for their affection, they respect you less. Please understand that. They'll give you more attention.
And they'll take
come
the
over.
money.
They'll come over. They'll take the money. And if they're prostitutes, they'll even you, but they respect you less. Just so we're clear, you using money as a crutch instead of learning how to build attraction, women will resent you, and then they laugh at you behind your back 100% of the time. So, but we should clip this and just send.
And then they come on Access
Right?
Vegas.
yeah, for sure. And then the girls come on Access Vegas and admit it. It's pretty funny.
The
Okay,
only
cool.
point I would argue on that though is like only like I don't respect my subs less.
Right, but you do know girls that have no respect for their subs.
I know girls that do.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say in general.
Would you
'Cause I
ever
don't
date a
know.
sub?
If they're cool.
Okay.
Interesting. I do know some girls who've dated their subs, like guys who he ends up
Like
messaging them.
I know some of my subs like in real life.
Like gave them like a ton of money and then they ended up dating.
Yeah.
The point is though, it's neutral and you also don't really have a relationship with them. You're not touching them and talking to them every day. My point is every time I've seen this, whenever I talk to girls who have sugar daddies, it's always like, oh my God, he did this and ha 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 ha.
Well, we're talking about dinner here, so I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well if you're doing dinner and it's non-sexual and you're saying paying for that, then you respect them less. Like I don't agree with that entirely.
You're not attracted to him and he's offering you money in exchange to go out on a date with him and you don't respect him less?
Sometimes guys aren't looking for a relationship too. They just want like a pretty girl to accompany them, and
Or
you're accepting
they
the
want
money.
sex, Kirsten.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or they want sex.
Mostly they want to get
Mostly they want
always
sex though,
want
Kirsten.
sex.
Everybody
They always
wants
want
some.
sex.
Yeah.
Always want sex.
I think even when they're in relationships, they want sex. Like I think
all they think about.
that's all they think about.
24/7,
Okay,
And then they
male
wonder why
horniness. Let's go.
girls want to stay single.